Hey everyone, it's Deanna Corby with Deanna Corby Dressage. I hope you're all doing well in these very strange times that we have with coronavirus happening and affecting all equestrians throughout the world, especially equestrian entrepreneurs. Very strange life we're leading right now. I've never seen anything like this, and hopefully we'll never see anything like this again in our lifetimes. But anyway, as things are changing with our businesses, a lot of equestrian entrepreneurs and horse trainers especially are looking to do things more virtually, like lessons or video evaluations. Something that I've done for years now is video evaluations for my students who are looking for horses to buy. So what they'll do is they will narrow down their search and send me a couple of videos, and then I will evaluate the videos and see if the horse is suitable, in my opinion, for the rider, for my student, and then we'll move forward from there. It kind of helps us know both what my student likes, and my student learns something in the process. So I evaluate the horse by looking at the ad and the video, and I will give the student written feedback, and it helps. It does help if I know the student and we've been working together for a while, but this is something that I've done for people that I don't know who just kind of need an unbiased opinion. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, I'll leave my information in the description section below this video if you would like to contact me for that kind of thing. They're pretty easy for me to do, and I can do a lot of them, and also I can keep the cost down. I just want to provide a disclaimer here. There's a lid for every pot, meaning like if I don't like this particular horse or my student doesn't like this horse, it doesn't mean that this horse isn't great for, like, really great for someone else. So I don't mean anything bad by the horses that I'm looking at. I'm just trying to think of suitability based off of the video and the information that are provided to me in the initial contact. So here is our first horse. A 2009 Andalusian Gelding. I have to admit, Andalusians are my favorite breed, so I'm going to try not to be biased and try to just think of my student here. So my student is a taller rider, and this horse is 16 hands and very comfortable gaits, which I'm sure is very true. I like that the ad says sound, sane, and no vices. This horse is schooling second level, according to the ad, and has done a little jumping and is in training with a gold medal dressage rider, which I really like. And the ad also says that the horse is safe, which is good because my student took a 10-year break from riding. So as she's getting back into riding, and since she'll be training with me, I would like the horse to be very safe and tolerant and not too young. I don't want the gaits to be very big, sort of uncomplicated, because taking a 10-year hiatus from riding, there's something to be said about that. You know, you have to get your core strength back, you have to get your balance back, and you know, so this rider is kind of a training level rider, and so I'm trying to keep all of that in mind as I'm looking at this ad. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the video, and I always turn the volume totally off when I look at a video because I don't want to be swayed by music when I'm looking at videos. I don't want to be distracted, you know. So first thing we see is some trot work and some haunches in, and I can see that the horse paddles a little bit in the front legs. That means he swings his lower legs kind of out as he travels, which can be quite typical of the brogue breeds, especially the Andalusians and Lusitanos, but it's definitely not a deal breaker. And I would, maybe want a vet's opinion about that type of movement over time. But as a dressage judge, we're not allowed to comment on paddling. And a lot of horses can paddle their whole lives and go along just fine. So I'm seeing the horse trotting in both directions. He looks very steady. He's tracking up pretty well. He is on the bit quite easily. I see a second little bit of travers, I think, a little bit unsteady there, but no big deal. I'm seeing a lot of small turns. The arena looks maybe a little bit small, so maybe there's not a whole lot of space to work with. Seeing some half turns, and the horse looks supple in both directions. I am noticing though that the horse is swishing his tail, and when we're in the judges program, when we're going through the USDF and judges program, we learn and we talk about how the horse's tail is can be a sign of tension in the back, or maybe discomfort in the back or the hind end. It could also just be a reaction from the rider's whip, but this rider doesn't seem to have a whip, I don't think. Yeah, I can't tell, but I don't think I see a whip. But anyway, the fault that I'm finding so far is that the horse just kind of swishes his tail, and almost always to the right, it looks like. So that's interesting. And now we're going into the canter, and the tail swishing to the right again is pretty prominent. So I'm trying to look for a nice clean 3-beat in the canter, which is what a lot of Baroque horses struggle with. And this horse's canter is a little bit flat. The 3 beats could be a little cleaner. I would really like to see more canter. The rider just did like a 10-meter circle and then a 20-meter circle. It would have been a lot more helpful if we had seen some straight lines. I would really like to see the horse go down the long side and not do so many little circles. But now I'm seeing some shoulder in, and it looks pretty good. The angle is a bit minimal, and some maybe connection problems, could have a better connection because the horse wasn't quite steady in the shoulder in. But now that we're in the trot, I'm seeing a little bit less tail swishing. It seemed to be worse in the canter. So far, and now we're back on the left lead, 10-meter circle again, which I wish I could see him travel in a bigger space, like straight down the long side, and then maybe some movements from second level, like some counter canter, some canter walk canter transitions. Again, the canter is fine, but it tends to be a bit flat. But the horse looks totally willing to go into the canter. Now we're in the stretchy trot, and the horse looks totally willing to stretch, which is a good sign that the horse has been using his back and has a correct understanding of contact. And now we see some walk, which I am very interested in with the Baroque breeds. Andalusians can have an unclear walk. They can have a hard time tracking up, so I'm very interested to see the walk. And this horse does have a good walk. He's tracking up, and he's stretching, and he's relaxed, and he looks like a kind soul. So I think his gaits are pretty good, but I would just be interested in why the tail swishing most often to the right, and I would probably ask the seller for more video of the horse doing actual second level movements, medium trot, counter canter, simple changes. We saw a little bit of shoulder in and travers, but mostly we just saw small circles, and that's not quite as helpful as what I would like to see, especially if you're going to have to fly to see a horse. Try and get as much video and as much information as you possibly can before you make the investment to go fly, or pay a trainer or something to travel to see the horse. But overall, I think this horse might be a contender for my student. I would just like to see a little bit more video. And these days, you know, it's so easy to get a video of your horse, you know, just using your iPhone and texting it to someone at the very least. So I would feel comfortable in asking the seller for video and maybe some vet history if the horse has any chiropractic care that's going on that might explain the tail swishing, or maybe that's just who he is. But I was a little bit bothered by the fact that the horse was swishing his tail like that in the canter. Could be nothing, it could be something. But anyway, I hope you guys found this video useful. It's amazing with the technology that we have these days, that we can do stuff like this and find great horses all over the country, all over the world, and get to know them through video. It's really, really cool. And anyway, yeah, so I guess that wraps up our video for today. If you like this video, be sure and click the thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, let me know. They're pretty fun, and there's always something to learn by watching different horses go and getting the opinions of others of those horses and riders. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!